Oil prices down slightly now after making some gains earlier today. All of this following Israel's retaliatory attack on Iran that spared oil facilities there but did damage key Iranian military bases. Meanwhile, negotiations for a Gaza ceasefire and the release of Israeli hostages, well, it remains uncertain. We're very excited to welcome in former Prime Minister of Israel, Naftali Bennett, to discuss what's next. And, sir, let's begin there. What is next? What are the prospects of some sort of ceasefire in the near future?
Well, Israel seeks quiet and security in the region. We want peace, but in order to achieve peace, we have to neutralize the source of war and the source of terror, and that's the Islamic Republic of Iran. It's sort of the head of the octopus of terror in the entire Middle East. Where we stand right now is that Israel has severely weakened the arms of the octopus, Hezbollah and Hamas. We've also rendered Iran's ability to defend itself. We've diminished their ability to defend themselves. And now it's time to hit the head of the octopus, the nuclear program and the regime itself.
You actually said that same thing on October 2nd following the ballistic missile attack on Israel. You said Iran had made a terrible mistake and that Israel had its greatest opportunity in 50 years to change the face of the Middle East. That was October 2nd. Have you lost that opportunity?
I don't think so. I think ultimately we should look at this in a whole perspective. And what matters is what we do next. Do we just let go of Iran and let them replenish themselves and fix their air defenses and then beginning rearming the whole octopus in Lebanon and Gaza? Or do we go all in and take out their nuclear program and ultimately help the Iranian people topple this terrible regime that's been ruining their own lives for the past decades? So I think what really matters is what's next.
It must be very frustrating. You've taken out the leader of Hezbollah, Hamas, but surely those groups just find someone else to lead them. The ability to crush these proxies of Tehran is very difficult. And what's to stop them once again reforming and going back to what they were before this war began?
Well, that's a very good question. The answer is the way to stop the arms of the octopus from reforming, rebuilding themselves is by hitting and ultimately cutting off the head of the octopus. That's the only way. If you don't do that, you're absolutely right. The arms and tentacles will ultimately rebuild themselves and continue fomenting terror for the next 50 years.
Prime Minister, I want to get your reaction to this, if I could. J.D. Vance spoke about American involvement in the Middle East and its role in the Israeli-Iran conflict. Listen to this, and then I'll get your comments.
Israel has the right to defend itself, but America's interest is sometimes going to be distinct. Like sometimes we're going to have overlapping interests, and sometimes we're going to have distinct interests. And our interest, I think, very much is in not going to war with Iran, right? It would be a huge distraction of resources. It would be massively expensive to our country.
So there you have it, J.D. Vance, Prime Minister, playing down the conflict with Iran. What say you?
Well, I think indeed, as he suggests, there are sometimes overlapping interests, sometimes not. In this case, I think the interests are overlapping because Israel is essentially doing the hard work for the free world. We're fighting 7 fronts of radical Islamic terror, which we well know that if it doesn't stop in the Middle East, it'll ultimately hit the shores of the United States of America, as we've seen in 9/11 and other cases. So we are not asking America to fight our wars. We're not asking America to go out to war for us. It's actually quite the opposite. We are fighting on behalf of America and the free world. We're sending our sons and daughters to fight this horrible terror apparatus. We're losing boys and girls, but and these are true heroes, but we're doing it while understanding that if we don't do it, no one will do this.
And very quickly and lastly, do you feel like you have the full support of the Biden administration right now?
Well, you know, we look at America, regardless of the specific political administration in place, and we are tremendously thankful to the people of the United States of America who overwhelmingly understand that there's a battle between good and evil. They understand what it means to be the Jewish state that's fighting 7 fronts, sending our younger generation to fight these horrible terrorists and to ultimately defeat them. So we can only thank the United States of America for that.
I think, well, it's a good place to leave it. But Prime Minister, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a very informative discussion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.